I know.
I'm not even
Hi everyone, I'm Cameron from Arbitrary Hero, and I am running a game of Dungeons and Dragons for my friends. First, we have Patrick from Redshirt Geeks.
I'm your friend? Wow, holy
Yeah.
crap. I have a friend! I have a friend!
well, he's desperate.
Don't get too excited. I'm pretty shitty to my friends.
Can't confirm.
And then I get booted.
Yeah, and Patrick, you are playing.
Fanor, Warlock Dark Elf.
Yes. Next, we have Nate from Arbitrary Hero.
Hey guys. Yep. Back from Arbitrary Hero. I am playing Caliban, human monk. Yeah, I'm a monk. Couple of twists to it. Yeah. So we're back for more punishment.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Punch things.
we've got Lars from the Redshirt Geeks.
That is correct. I am playing Hetfield von Burton, a human bard.
And then obviously I'm the DM, and then we have Max from Arbitrary Hero.
Hi. I'm not the DM this time.
Yeah.
I am Rex, a human rogue, trapeze artist extraordinaire.
Yeah, basically. And as probably any viewers can tell, it has been a while for us, so I'm going to give a super quick recap of what happened. No, not Rex. He's the only one that this isn't true for. Theanor. Let me go here. There we go. Theanor, Hetfield von Burton, and Caliban Seahawk. Scott. Oh no, it's not even Seahawk. Your last name is Skahawk, like the music. Ah, what a terrible last name. Anyway, those three mooks, they woke up in a cramped, enclosed space that might have been like a butcher shop, all tied up. They escaped their bonds. There was a fourth prisoner there. To escape their bonds, they inadvertently had to kill her. Later, they found a device, a relic that reduced all their hit points and brought her back to life at the cost of a sigil. There, in that next area, they met Rex. You guys slung through some serious poop to get through the next room, turned off some incinerators, basically, I think, fixed the Golgari recycling plant that you were in to get to the next room. And that's where we stumble upon the four of you here. And this is a brightly lit, almost like an office building, really. As you come through the door, the first thing you'll notice, especially if you're kind of aware and looking for it, on the ceiling above you, there's a silver orb, not unlike the silver orbs that you've seen in every room previously, that you couldn't really interact with in any way, but you saw that they were there. I remember maybe it was Fanor was trying to like pass his hand or touch it, and it kept passing through it. So you don't.
Somebody stick their head in one of those?
Yeah, and it didn't like do anything. They kind of shut them off from the universe. But yeah, so you see one of those is there, and then as you look around the room, what you see on the left side is a series of 6 chamber rooms. This is a very large facility, whatever it is. They're sealed doors. They're almost like
blast doors?
Yeah, I guess blast doors is a right way to talk about. I was gonna say engine test cell doors, but you guys don't know what those look like. So yeah, a blast door works.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. This sounds like not the place I want to be.
Yeah. So you see a series of 6 of those. On your right, you see a bunch of desks with notes and stuff. It almost looks like a hip, trendy software office cubicle system where there are no cubicles. Everyone can awkwardly stare each other in the eye as they work, because that is what every employee wants.
I just look around and I'm like, this is really nice open concept.
Yeah, exactly. And then ahead of you, you see some, and everyone can see, right? I hope I didn't dampen anyone's visibility.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Then there's like some storage units, a table with looks like some chemically stuff over here, and then ahead of you, you see what appears to be some weird constructed machine on a platform, and inside that machine is a very large test tube with what looks to be some oddly misshapen. You can't really tell from this distance, but if you get closer, you'll see it. It kind of looks like a weird statue almost That's definitely not in any recognizable shape that you can tell. But yeah, so this is the room you find yourself in, and I think we can go ahead and let you guys explore to your heart's content.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'll start by checking with the some of the desks over here.
Yep. So as you go to the...
I'm for that, so go ahead.
Yep. So as you look through the desks, you can look through as many as you want. You'll notice every desk has the same notebook. It's like a big black thick notebook, and in it, on top of it, there's a logo. It's of an apple, and then you open it up and you look at the pages, and all the pages are blank as you shuffle through. If you go to the first page, you can see in ink there's 2 lines, and to the left of those 2 lines, one says name and then one says password.
There's chairs here, right?
Oddly enough, there are no chairs here.
Standing desk. What is this crap?
Are we in like in a D&D version of the Genius Bar?
Yeah. I guess I would think of it more as an office space than a commercial space. What you can see is like maybe private trinkets on each desk, a little picture, a painting of someone's family, maybe. Someone has a lot of pictures of cats.
Are there any pictures of like a goblin family?
Yes, there is. Actually, interesting that you mentioned that. There's a photo, a picture, a painting of a goblin family, and there's 2. One is like clearly the goblin and wife and kids and stuff, and then the other one is a large goblin family, like a lot of them. And it's maybe like the extended family in some war and at some gathering. And then on it, if you look at that one and you pick it up and you turn around, you see a note, love you guys. We know some of you are far away right now, but good luck with the new job. Congratulations on the dental. And then if you turn back, you'll see a goblin. 3 of the goblins have excellent teeth. Just excellent teeth.
I angle that up correctly so that it looks all nice on the desk, and I dust it off, and I'm like, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's a family man right there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Feanor,
That desk alone.
On record, and just remind everybody that if we survive this, we must tender our invoice for repairing the recycling facility.
yep,
Well,
that is
I left
a
a
good
note.
point. Yeah, that's true. Rex did leave a note before you all left.
I fully intend to collect compensation for my work.
Yep.
That
And
was
the-
a quest completed.
And then
You sound like a shyster there, Rex. I'll fight for you.
I'll clean your gutters.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
Feanor, what you'll see on that kind of work table area, it's messy. There's test tubes and chemistry lab equipment like beakers and Bunsen burners and all sorts of things. And also like magical symbols and piles of salt in different shapes and stuff all over that table. But you will notice that in a sealed, like hermetic chamber, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 vials, each of a striking singular color, laid out in this 10 vial holder in this sealed chamber that has a little lock on it.
Okay. Can I tell based on? Can I determine what particular, if there's anything particularly useful here to us?
Like in terms of information, I mean, it's all like, so what you can tell if you're looking like, actually give me, let's do maybe an Arcana check.
Okay.
Hey, Caliban,
Yeah.
can you taste some of this stuff?
Hey, you Caliban, he'll try anything.
14.
14's plenty. What you can tell is all these notes are related to the subject of biomancy.
Oh, well, then he should really eat it.
Yeah.
That's probably healthy for you.
So there's some sort of
90s movie.
So we're
Yeah.
talking something Simic here.
Yeah, and that's the other thing you can notice kind of. It's not super obvious, but on people's desks there are like little blue and gray tones. Maybe someone has a blue and gray pen, someone else has a blue and gray or blue and green bookmarker, someone else has, blue and green I don't know.
But there's
ink
no
pad.
Simic symbols on any of these? It's like all branded like colors, but they didn't put their logo on any of them.
They did. That's actually a very good point. They did not put their logo on anything.
But they
But
put
their colors are on there.
Yeah.
Did we
So
But the colors are on.
It's Simic.
Puff?
Yeah,
Simic
counterfeit.
Light.
This is a
Harry Potter
Say that again.
house?
Yeah, I mean it's the Simic is you all would know that the Simic is a guild of Ravnica, one of the 9 guilds that exist, and their role in the city in the guild pact is control and guidance over the direction of life and evolution. Kind of. Their original role was they were the stewards of nature and the wild, and their mission was to preserve and advance kind of the natural world of Ravnica, the things that Ravnica had natural. As the city urbanized, the planet urbanized, and took over everything, they kind of moved more into like the mad scientist.
They started splicing shit.
Yeah, they splice stuff to help feed the crazy population the city has. They splice stuff to create new, like, working species, that beasts of burden that can do new things. They splice stuff because it's fun and they like creating Godzilla-esque monsters.
Yep.
So essentially, they
And people.
made
Yeah.
a paradise and put up a parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
having served in the Boros Legion, doing a raid on a Simic lab. Horrible. You
Yeah.
never know what you're gonna find.
Yeah, exactly. They have gotten in trouble. I mean, there are laws in place that say, hey, this type of research is okay, this type of research is unethical.
Yep.
The Simic...
frog lizard is,
Yeah.
not legal.
Yeah. The Simic don't always abide by those, but the guild has always maintained plausible deniability on their more illicit subjects. Maybe through the task of like not putting their guild logo on their desks.
Just all the colors.
Yeah, just all the
That
colors.
could have been anyone.
Yeah, it could be anyone. Green and blue is a super sweet combination. Okay, so
I'm gonna
as-
look at the
yeah.
thing in the test tube and just be like,
as Fanor and Rex, as before you actually get up to the test tube, as you approach it, what you're going to see popping out of the side underneath the machine, it's kind of this like weird scaffolding. This right here is like an elevated angled platform that goes up and then reaches a flat platform that the test tube and machinery sits on. You're actually going to see a merfolk kind of crawl out all messy and greased up and disgusting looking from underneath the machine. And she kind of like cracks her neck and like stretches because clearly she's been down in the machinery for a while now.
just go back. Just leave us alone.
Yeah. Guys, I think we got the wrong Aquaman movie.
Yeah, she comes out and she's kind of like massaging her head and muttering to herself about like what she's trying to do. And then she looks at you guys and she's like, "How did you get here?
That's
Are you here to help?"
With our feet.
She's like not with it enough to question that. She just looks relieved that someone else is here. And she's like, "Are you guys here to help with our problem?"
Yeah, we fixed the trash compactor flamer
Trash
device. Yeah, in the other room.
in the other
When
room.
the lights all the gelatinous cubes on fire. That was broken. You
In-
left the note saying that it.
I'm
In
going
the-
to walk over to Rex real quick and whisper in his ear, I don't think that's how this works.
Look, she looks like shit. She had to come from that room.
So
She's
she
covered in crap.
she walks kind of over and she looks past you guys at that room and she's like, "That's not a trash compactor. That's just a supply closet. What are you all talking about?"
I whisper to Rex, I'm like, I'm pretty sure every time we leave a room, we go someplace different. Like, and
Like-
not just
Like to the other side of the, like, you die.
no. I'm pretty sure every time we leave a room, we get transported someplace different, and I don't mean in the next room. I mean to someplace that's linked up. We are everyone else right now.
That's deep, man. Every time you go to a new room, it's a different place. I get it.
I want to see that on a poster somewhere.
It's like a journey.
So as you guys are talking with herself, she kind of realizes that probably you might not be super useful to her, and she gets back to fiddling with this machine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that looks like a 513 code. If I violation.
Yeah, so she's just working away. She's muttering. She gets angry. She smacks some stuff. She walks around to the other side. She's just, going all around this thing, trying to clearly get something working. And then every now and then she furtively kind of glances behind the machine to this chamber and this door here, and just kind of looks at it and then gets back to work and keeps trying to work on stuff.
I'm gonna ask her, do you have the right permits for that creature?
And she's like, she looks at you and she's like, permits? What are you? And then she
Boros?
and then
Boros permits.
she's like,
Or-
listen, my name is Zarina and I am an intern. You would have to talk to whoever here in the facility handles permits.
Oh, that would be Dave.
Yeah, from HR.
Yeah.
Dave down at permits. Yeah.
You're down in
Yeah.
permits.
She's like, my job was to come in and learn some new biomancy design for the summer, and I got some college credit at the Ravnica University, Southwest Ravnica University.
Who are you?
Yeah,
The big merfolk.
yeah. And she's like, and on the the last day of the week, everyone gets all excited for the new creation, and of course something goes haywire, because something always goes haywire, because no one follows operation protocol at this facility, and then everyone else in the facility fucks off and leaves me to clean it up until Monday. So that's been my weekend.
That sounds like an Excelsior idea.
Yeah. She's like,
I mean,
you get
sounds
it.
like you got it under control.
She's like, well, no, not really. She's like, okay, look, how did you actually get in here? Because the only entrance and exit is on the other side of the crisis.
Like a secret exit that the Boros don't know about.
You got in here through a secret exit?
No, the one that you were talking about.
No, the front door to the rest of the Zanat is on the other side, and she points. She's like, you got to go through that door, and for whatever reason, to save money on this facility, they decided that the test chamber, the exit of the test chamber that releases into the Zanat environment is the same test chamber, or is the same exit that everyone else uses. So when the crisis came out, and it came out swinging, everyone fucked off through the door before it did, and then put the test chamber on lockdown, so now I can't leave.
Huh.
That's the smartest design I've ever heard.
Oh, it's fucking brilliant.
Well, that sounds like a you problem.
Do your job or you don't go home.
Yeah. So I'm going to get back to work. I mean,
Come
Why
on,
don't
show
you
that,
just-
show that Ravnica University fighting spirit. Go fighting porpoises.
she's like, we're actually we're the porpoises. Yeah, that's the funniest one.
porpoises?
I was trying to think of a funnier thing, and I was like, no, porpoises is pretty great.
Than carnivorous dolphins.
Yeah.
Like you just pick a hydra, a jellyfish, or a lizard, and you just mix it with something else.
Yeah, there you go.
That's all Simic right there.
We're the porpoise lizards.
There you go.
Is that like a hydra jello lizard?
So what are these chemicals over here on this table? These look highly illegal and controlled substances.
This is Ravnica. It's not legalized here.
Yeah, she's like,
Are we in District 13? I didn't realize.
she's like
The
those.
Light District.
Those are actually OSHA approved. The chemicals are workers' safety gear.
Oh, really? Yeah, tell that to Caliban. Take some of these. See what they are. Just do a gummy of some of these.
She's like, here, I'll show you. And she comes down and she unlocks. She takes out a key and unlocks the.
Wait. Where is she? Is she getting close to me?
Yeah.
I take her down.
You take her down.
Yeah, I get her arm behind her back, and I'm like, she's going for a knife
Okay. I mean,
in her pockets.
she's like, what the hell are you doing? And she's like flailing, but she can't. I mean, she can't. She's a 22-year-old young merfolk. She can't resist a trained rogue.
That's what I like to hear. Okay.
And she's like, someone help me. Someone help me.
No. Look,
I'll
you're gonna get us out of here.
We can't help you unless you help yourself.
Yep. As we all gather around.
Oh.
Stop grappling yourself. Stop grappling yourself.
So,
Rex, is this necessary?
I'm interrogating the witness.
Is it?
No.
Look, I didn't learn a lot in Boros, but I did learn that you beat the shit out of the perp. And then you throw him in jail.
I mean, that's not totally
And then you get a
untrue.
paycheck at the end of the day.
Welcome to Ravnica, where all suspects are guilty.
Yeah.
Period. They wouldn't be suspect.
So I'm gonna have to book you and take you down to Azorius, where you'll.
You know what your situation is. You can't take her anywhere until we finish what we're here to do.
Yeah, she's like, how do you plan on getting me out of here?
I'll be asking the question.
We're gonna fold you up, put you in a suitcase.
No.
So, how do we activate the crisis?
Activate this crisis?
Yes, this one.
Well, that's what I'm working on, right? Like, okay, so my plan.
We don't be working on it much right now.
She's like, you're such an asshole. And then she's like, look, what we've got in the chamber is probably a Category 2 crisis. I wasn't present when they activated it and brought it into the test chamber. I was working on other stuff, obviously. That's why I was not able to leave with everyone else. So my thinking is we build a Category 3 crisis, something even bigger, to kill the other one, and then, you know, we get out. I mean, right? That's how we solve all our problems. We build a bigger monster.
Yeah, I mean, you could just make it smash through like one of these walls, right? Instead of going through the front door and killing the other crisis, which activated this whole system.
Well, we could, but I don't know that it'll listen to us. I mean, my plan involves not being in the room when the crisis activates. There's a little lever, conveyor belt thing that'll move the crisis when it's ready into the other chamber and get it all activated and stuff. I mean, I don't handle.
So, like, if I were to crack the crisis crate over here,
Yeah,
what would happen? Like, would he wake up or would he just be dead?
yeah, it'd be a pile of meat.
That's disappointing. So, how thick are these walls, and how deep are we underground?
Well, we're not underground. We're underwater. I mean, we're in a Zonot, right? So we're more underwater. The walls. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an architect. I'm studying to be a biomancer.
Yeah, I still have her pinned during this entire time, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, she's right. You've managed to capture a helpless little girl. She's not going to do much against you.
Perfect. Okay. Well, then I say, well, you don't seem to be doing anything crazy besides activating a level 3 crisis.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a Tuesday, right? That's
Yeah, sure, whatever. I'm gonna act like I know what all that means that she said about the crisis.
yeah.
Yeah. Normal.
She's still not. I mean, she's not gonna question much, right? You seem like your authority figures. Again, she's basically a college intern, and
Yeah,
she's.
So I back off because we're not getting anywhere. She so docile that I can't even intimidate her into doing anything useful.
Yeah, I mean, if you asked her to do something, she'd probably do it, but
So, when are you going to run out of food before you activate this crisis?
well, I mean, right, so I've been here for 1 day. We've got snacks in the fridge, so I think we're good until the weekend's over, and then hopefully the managers come back and then they can solve the problem, because that's kind of all I've got. But yeah, I mean, my idea, right? So we've got the Krasis body here. We need to pump him up with some
Drugs?
no, some like modifications which have been incubating in the incubation chambers. So we get those modifications into the Krasis and then wake him up, and he goes off and takes care of the problem for us.
I look over to Caliban. Officer Caliban, go check out the incubation chambers.
Sure. Where are those?
That's Sir.
So yeah, while that's she's like and she's kind of squinting at you guys now because she realized like no one's actually wearing Boros stuff, right? Like Rex isn't even wearing Boros stuff, and she's like, "Do you have a
Apparently, she's never understood the concept of undercover.
yeah? Do you have a badge?
Look,
Badges?
How
We
did
don't
you
need no
get
badge.
in here? Because couldn't we just leave the way you got in here?"
No.
No. Doesn't work like that.
It's
We
a
don't-
shitty way we got in here.
I see what you did there.
Ha ha
Yes,
ha.
yes, you
Ha
did.
ha ha.
That's good. Look, it's Boros' secret how we got in here. I can't just tell anybody, not civilians at least.
Ancient Boros secret, huh? Only Patrick gets that joke.
I get that one. I'm groaning now.
Yep, because we're that old.
Well,
Oh.
you can't help it. It's not your fault.
Oh, okay.
Back in my day.
The wheel turns, we all grow ever closer to death.
Our D20s were made of stone.
Probably still are. I think a lot of people like those. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna go find this incubation chamber?
Yeah.
Where is that?
She's like, well, there's the 6 chambers over there. I mean, I'm the intern, right? I've mostly been making copies of documents and brewing calf, and that's about all I've gotten to do so far in the summer. So
Illegal
I don't.
copies and brewing. You paying taxes on that?
I mean, again, I'm the intern. You'd have to take it up with the facilities manager. But the 6 incubation chambers are there. I know that like we're incubating some like stuff. Like maybe there's some aquatic mobility stuff in there. There might be armored skin in there. There might be I don't know what all they're what sort of bio modifications they're incubating in the chambers. But I mean, there's the 6 of them. So I figured I was just gonna grab one from each one and stick it into the machine and let that thing graft him onto the Krasis, and then we wake that sucker up.
Okay, well, where's the welding torch and we can get started?
Why do you need a welding torch?
To graft it onto the Krasis.
No, I mean, as far as I know,
That's
from
not
what I've
how
read from
grafting
the
things onto the Krasis works.
yeah, from what I've read in the notes, the only things we need are the materials from the incubation chambers themselves, and that forms a cellular matrix that the machine can use to grow the modification directly onto the matrix or onto the cellular matrix of the Krasis, so it becomes like an embedded cellular structure. And then the last bit we need from the Krasis I've already got here, which is just some a bit of DNA that, you know, a sample that we can use. And no one wants to make a Krasis themselves, so I was shipped recently just this little bone, and she's got Fanor. You'll recognize immediately what this is, but it's
Is it that? It's that bone?
yeah, it's just right. It's a small femur?
Yes.
Yeah, so she's got a small femur in her hands, And she's like, I mean, this came in with the latest
I
shipment.
lunge for it immediately.
And I mean, she's right. She's not
Fine.
going to put up a fight. So yeah, you can snatch that thing.
Yeah. I grab it, knock her down immediately, because
Wasn't
nobody knows why.
I hope she was already down. Just
Yeah, just push her down more. And
Look, I know
she's
it's been a while, but I didn't realize you were that desperate for a bone.
oh.
she can't stand, right? She's got
No, well, Ravnican merfolk, I think, they're like the Little Mermaid. They can split into legs, and
oh, okay.
yeah.
I thought I was just dragging around like a fish out of water here. Just,
No. She can
can't
move.
fight back because she literally has no leverage.
No, she needs to be moisturized regularly, but that's about it.
Oh, so she's a Cassandra. Okay,
Yeah.
it's me.
Mm-hmm.
So
So she's like, well, we still need some sort of biomatter, and from what I've learned, you don't want a crisis that has the biomatter of whoever happens to be nearby, because they feel that they might share the same species and have to assert themselves as the alpha.
Caliban, I think you can win.
All right. I'm gonna walk back over. I'm gonna help her up. I say like, all right, show us what we need to do.
And she's like, well, so I'm working on the machine, and then I guess if we're really opposed to grinding up that bone and using the trace DNA and that thing, I guess we need to look around, or someone needs to volunteer to offer up some biomatter, and then
I'm not giving anybody no biomatter.
and then
You guys looking.
and she's like, I mean, I guess we can set up a little private area for a donation if needed, but
Why don't we
then
just use you.
I mean, I'd rather you didn't.
But it sounds like you don't have a choice.
I don't think.
And she's like, I mean, if that's going to be the way, then I just won't turn the machine on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and turn the machine on. It doesn't have to be that
It's
way.
like, no, the order is you put in the biomatter donation first before you turn the machine on.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fine.
It's like I'm not even trying to make a
Yeah.
perception check. Like it's.
She's like, well, we can just wait until someone comes and gets us.
So, like, how much matter does this take?
I mean, it's a small, like, a drop of blood works just fine.
I'll do it.
That's
But
my officer.
before we turn the machine on, right, whatever modifications we have to be grown on the Krasis, we have to have installed first. So that's where you grabbing the safety gear and going into the chambers to grab the incubated biomodifications comes in. So
All right.
I'll keep working. I mean, this is right. The last Krasis kind of blew this thing for a gasket when it got created, and when it was transported and awakened. So I still need to make, I think, some fixes here. I'll be honest. I'm a biomancer. I'm not a mechanical engineer, so I'm kind of out of my elephant on this one.
You're like a fish out of water.
And she's like, "That's not your word."
That's our word.
And she goes back.
Mechanical engineer.
Yeah, she goes back and starts going under the machine, and then comes back out and grabs some tools and goes back under the machine, and you can hear her hammering and clanking and wrenching away down there.
Caliban.
Past the compressor.
Yeah.
I'll put the 44-foot rope on you, and you go in there. And
Yeah, last time you put a rope on me, it didn't work out so well. Do it yourself.
well, I'll put the rope on you myself. Look, somebody's got to stay back here and tug, and I'll have a tactical position
This
to
is
assess the scenario.
getting way out of
here.
here. This is getting way out of hand. You're talking about tugging. Okay, I'm out.
Okay.
Not everybody can be a Boros officer.
Yeah, that involves a lot of tugging, apparently.
Yep.
All right. So, can I walk over to one of the incubation chambers and see what's going on?
Yeah. Which
Guys,
one do you want to walk up
can I
to?
Go in there.
I just one last time. Are you sure you don't want the rope of safety?
I didn't say I was going in. I'm just going to go take a look.
Yes.
You're getting real close.
So walk up
You need
to
to get away quickly.
whichever chamber you would like to check out.
All right. And it's these 6 doors on the left.
Yes.
Hey, wait, before he does that, are these tables to the left of me?
These guys.
Yeah. What are these?
It's like just some storage units.
I'm just going to put one on its side and get down behind it like a barricade.
That's fine.
Okay. Let's
say
just wanna
you're
make sure I have
behind. Yep.
sufficient cover.
All right. So I'm going to make my way towards this guy right here. Or
Okay.
This door. I'm assuming this is what it is.
Yep. So
I'm
you
gonna get here, get some line of sight.
let me check.
If we're
I'll
send one door at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure I got.
I'll stay back and shoot anything that comes out.
Oh, I literally have.
That.
I have no ranged weapons. Well, I have daggers. I can throw them.
Okay, so you approach the door and you can see on the side of the door there's like a whiteboard that's been smudged, and underneath the whiteboard there's a little like paper note that says "Do not
How many
erase."
days since last fatality?
No, it just says "Do not erase," but the whiteboard has clearly been erased.
I almost asked her that earlier. How many interns have you lost here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would get the feeling, you'd get the feeling looking around that she was left in charge because she might have been the only intern left.
I just figured she was the only intern that could breathe water.
Maybe. All right. But you said there was a post-it note on the door?
Yes, on the side of the door.
Can I read it?
Yeah, it says "Do not erase."
Somebody erased it?
The whiteboard, yes.
Oh, I'd have to say, don't listen to them. Erase it.
Can I shout
Do
out-
not, comma, erase.
All right. What was the intern's name?
Zarina.
All right. Can I shout out to her about what was on this whiteboard?
Yeah, sure. And she'll call out from there. She's like, I don't know. I never really dealt with Chamber 2. I would usually go into Chamber 3.
What's in Chamber 3?
This
And
one-
she's like the aquatic biomodifications.
Lovely.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, what are the aquatic biomodifications stored in? If he opens that door, is this entire room going to fill with water?
And she's like, no. I mean, it's like she looks at you. I mean, she pops her head out and she's like, it's probably like knee high for you guys. And then there's a well that you can actually access to go down and get those modifications.
Oh, good. Good.
Well.
It's always the best to fight in water as a D&D character.
Yeah.
I found.
Yeah.
Especially when fighting 5th graders. They don't really like it.
Oh my god.
All right. Can I try the door?
The door for Chamber 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not locked. It's just like a safety latch. They apparently don't observe lockout, tagout here. So yeah, you can unlatch it, you open it up, and there's like a small little room that you go into to close the door back, and then you can, if you wanted to, open the door to the inner part of the chamber. They've got some sort of airlock.
An atrium, like pre-room before we get to the actual storage room.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Who's got the 20-sided thing?
Oh yeah, who does have the die of death?
That's a good question. Since I can't remember, we say you guys passed it around amongst yourselves until whoever wants it has it now. It might have been Fanor or it might have been Rex. Because
I didn't have it. I know that much.
Roll
I
pass.
think it got scooped off of me when I died.
And Caliban died a couple times, so maybe it was Hetfield?
I think Hetfield had it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
All right. So
Nice of tanking.
yeah, right. All right. Keep that thing handy. If I go down,
When
whatever kills me. and bring me back. So I'm gonna slip into the room as quietly as I can, and I'm only gonna stand just inside the door. I don't really trust this facility with anything that's in it.
Okay, so you've stepped through the little chamber and you're now on this side of the door?
Yes.
Okay. So as you step through, you don't notice anything immediately in the chamber. It just seems like a normal like room. But on your first intake of breath, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Awesome.
Close the door.
Yeah.
Close the door.
Okay.
Well, that's why there's an airlock there, right?
Somebody farted.
So he opened the inner door. The outer door is still sealed. So you guys.
I hope you had a torch out too.
18.
Okay. So you do make the save, but what you
Crack comes out. Boom.
Yeah. The breaching charge goes off.
what you notice is a strong burning sensation. Like
Okay.
you're not dead, but it's like you got bear pepper sprayed.
It's
Okay,
burning.
so I'm gonna step right back out again.
And so you got to spend like a good minute in that chamber before you can step out, but we'll just say that happened and now you're out.
Oh, really? Okay.
So like the in-between chamber, the airlock takes a minute to like process and make sure that there's no whiffs of whatever the hell was in there on you when you step back out.
Caliban, stop crying and get back in there.
Yeah. Caliban comes out. Everyone noticed that he's like, it's not like pretty Disney crying. This is like tears streaking everywhere, mucus just everywhere. His face is red.
Caliban,
So me on Saturday from my cold.
Yeah, exactly.
you're gonna get out of here. It's gonna be fine. Just get back in there.
You're going to be
No,
fine.
I'm pretty sure there's.
So as you try and talk, I need you to give me a base charisma check to see if you can get the words out.
I can't understand you over your crying.
All right, hang on. I'm doing a Christmas saving
Somebody
throw.
bitch slap him.
Yes.
All right.
He's lost it.
13.
Okay, you fall to your knees. The effort of like drawing in air and breathing is that hard, but you manage to say what you want to say.
Okay.
You said hard.
I'm just gonna be able to get out gas in the room.
Why is he crying about leaving Brittany alone?
I don't know, man. Well, can you just get back in there?
Um,
All right. So I'm going to. What is it?
So Zarina is gonna kind of poke her head out and say, "Why don't you take the safety gear?"
because we're stupid.
Come on, Zaquina, just tell us about this shit beforehand.
I told you about the safety gear. I said the files are there for worker safety. I mean, I'm not an OSHA representative. I don't know everything, but I told you what I know. And then she goes back into the...
Well, she also doesn't know what OSHA is, but that's beside the point.
No, OSHA exists on Ravnica.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna walk back. I'm gonna try and make my way back over to the the table that had all the stuff on it,
Yep.
and I'm gonna say, which one do I need?
I think you need to drink it all.
Yeah, so what you're going to see there is 8 files. A red one, a purple one, a blue one, a green one, a yellow one, an orange one, a white one, and a black one. So there's 8 vials, and you see some syringes. There's 8 syringes, and it's almost like a syringe gun, like you load the vial in, lock it, and then you'd inject. And Zarina pops her head back out, and she's like, "Sorry, I don't know which one's which, but I will tell you, I know that you should not inject more than 2 into one person. Otherwise, there's some nasty side effects."
What,
And then she
what
hops
kind of
back
side
in.
effects?
And she's like, I don't know. No one's ever been dumb enough to do it. I mean, there was a briefing, but I'll admit that I was napping kind of during some of our safety stuff.
Yeah, that's just like an intern.
All right, so two per person, basically, what it comes down to.
No, not 2 per person. Do not inject 2. She just said that.
No, she said no more than 2.
Oh, no more than 2? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do 2.
Anyway.
3 is right out.
Yeah.
5 is right out.
Yeah.
4, so that'll count to 2.
5,
I'll proceed.
5, 3, whatever.
Anyway.
So we'll count the 3. 1, 2, 5.
Yeah.
3, sir.
Look,
3.
we could probably just put all 8 of them in you. You could run through these rooms as fast as possible till you die, and then we use the D20 of tanking to get you back out.
Yes. See.
Look, you'll probably move so fast after you're on all this shit that it won't matter. You'll just be back here with all the stuff we need as soon as you inject all 8 of them.
She should know which one does her own chamber.
She might not even need it. Then this is this is Rex being serious.
Yeah, she shouts from deep inside the machinery. She's like, yeah, the jerk's right. I didn't need it. That's why I was in charge of Chamber 3.
Hey, shut up, Xena. Don't make me come over there and beat your ass again.
Anyway. Let's see. So we don't know what one does what.
No, they are, again, red, purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, white, and black.
I look over at Caliban and I'm like, what color was the gas in there? Could you actually see it, or?
I don't know. Could I see it?
No, it was
Those
colorless.
colors again, real quick.
Red, purple, green.
Sorry, red, purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, white, black.
White, black.
Yes.
Okay.
And the room that you went into, the gas was colorless, odorless, tasteless. You didn't notice it until the burning sensation.
Chlorine gas. Probably. Well, I mean, same effects. Doesn't matter if it is
Are there
chlorine
any
gas.
markings outside the doors that would indicate anything at all?
Say that again?
Are there any markings outside the doors that might be indicative of what goes to what?
Well, so if you check the other doors of the rooms besides door number 2, you check, all of them have a whiteboard, all of them have a little note that says do not erase. Every chamber except for chamber 2 does say, like, chamber 1 says lava pit. Chamber 3 says aquatic room. Chamber 4 says it's actually like it was erased and then someone wrote, like, afterwards they just said climbing modification. Chamber 5 says actually let me double check what chamber 5 says.
This is chamber 3 that I'm pinging, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one. It starts at the bottom and it
Okay.
goes up
I just
from
wanted
there.
to double check.
Yep. Chamber 3 says
Aquatic.
yeah, sorry. So we've got lava, blank, aquatic, climbing, and then camouflage, and the last one is durability.
Oh, the predator room.
And how many did she say we needed? How many mods did we need?
There's 2 to a person, as the math goes right now.
But how many mods did she need to? How many mods did she say she needed to graft onto that thing?
Oh, she wants all of them if possible.
Yeah.
So Zarina will pop out and she says, "You guys doing okay?" And she, like, clearly doesn't look at Rex, but she's talking to, like, Caliban and Fanor and Hetfield. And she's like,
if I hit her with Eldritch Blast.
Oh, the violence on the NPCs. It's beautiful.
yeah.
Well, I mean, we all are officially murder hobos.
This is true.
I've been trying not to play as a murder hobo, but I'm about to murder hobo this bitch.
Well, we do need her to, like...
We want to give it camo and durability. Sure we do. And whatever is in the gas chamber.
All right. Do we want to make the obvious assumptions here? Blue for water, red for fire, all that crap?
But wait a second. If 3 is water, we might be able to go in there without, I don't know, tear gassing ourselves.
Well, we can go in there all right, but we wouldn't be able to go very far into it.
I'm actually just going to open 3. If everybody's okay with that. I won't open it if people don't want me to. But if it's just water, I'll take a peek in.
Okay, yeah, so you can open 3. Again, there's like a little airlock. This time,
I step into it.
Yeah, the airlock fills up to about your knee with water, and then the other side opens, and you're kind of just in this like little. It's like a marsh, but a room. It's like a little Turkish bath.
Am I able to see it? Like, is the map like? Is this just theater of the mind once I step in here?
Oh, is it masked? You can't see inside?
Yeah, I can't see inside.
Oh, nice. I'm a better DM than I thought. Hold on.
Don't get ahead of yourself.
Let me get rid of.
This was supposed to be a one-off, remember?
So
Yeah.
2 and 3 should be unmasked now because we've had somebody in them.
Yes. Let me. Oh, that's why Nate doesn't know. Okay, I'm a worse DM than I thought.
Well, we weren't going to say it, but
Okay,
true.
so here's what
see through the chlorine
3
gas.
looks like. Can you see 3?
Yeah.
I can see through.
And then here's what 2 looks like. Can you see 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this is easy.
It's been a while since I set this up because so the audience knows it's been probably 6 weeks since we last played or something. Because yeah.
Caliban, these rooms are labeled with color.
Yeah, the tiles are blue in the room you're standing in, Rex.
Rex is colorblind, so he actually can't. Like,
he's like, there's nothing indicating what's what. And Caliban, your eyes were so like swollen shut that you couldn't actually figure out what you were looking at. You just had to get out of there.
Yep, pretty much.
So if Rex is colorblind, you guys actually don't know that the rooms are color coded yet.
so what's down in the? What do I see down in this well?
It's just more water and darkness.
So I'm gonna yell out to Xena. Hey Xena, can you come in here and just go down this well?
Not only can she not hear you, no one can hear you.
Oh, I open the airlock and I force it open.
Water just goes everywhere.
Yeah.
You're
Hey,
actually
Xena.
you're unable to do that, but if you transition back out, you can shout.
Okay, I come out and I'm like, Xena, hey, come on down.
And she's like, this thing's just, I don't know if I'm gonna, I gotta switch my layers, don't I? Aha! She's like, I don't know if I'm gonna get that working right away, but I would think I've figured something out. And she's like, kind of half muttering to herself, and then she starts moving towards her desk.
Hey.
She's
over
like,
here. Intern 1, get over here.
what do you need?
Something seems wrong with the well. Can you go take a look at it?
Yeah. She's like, yeah, sure. Do you guys want to... Well, never mind. And she goes in. You wait a certain amount of time.
Cool.
And then she comes back out. And she's like, no, it's fine. And then she starts moving towards her desk.
Wait. I dropped something down there. Can you go get it for me? It was a attachment for the crisis.
And she's clearly exhausted. And she's like...
That's
with
not the
it.
attitude that gets you a job here.
Yeah, she's not with it, but she's like, "No, you didn't drop anything. There's nothing down there but the biomodification."
Yeah, I dropped
and then
that.
she starts going to her desk, and she's like, starts looking at her
dropped that.
notes,
Can you go down there and get that?
and she's like, clearly, like she writes in her username and password, and she's like, starts digging through what she needs to get the information that she needs.
Okay, well, so she's useless.
Okay. Rex, do you tell us were you able to tell us what color the floor was?
It was gray.
Shut up.
Seriously, the
No.
character's colorblind.
No, it was blue. I should do
Okay.
that though.
Zarina at this point is back under the chamber, and she seems like a little more energetic now. She thinks she's got it.
Everybody, that room is fine to go in. Like, I didn't cry or anything when I went in there.
Yeah, he seems fine, just a little soggy below the knees.
Yeah, it was nice.
All right. So
The water is actually, that's a good point, a bit of flavor. The water is pleasantly warm.
Yeah,
It's like,
like I peed everywhere.
Yeah, it's not quite
It's
hot
no
tub.
beef, keep it that way.
So, what it's going to be is I'm going to head back over to the what is it? The vials, the test tubes full of the different safety precautions,
Yep.
and I'm thinking, judging from the third room that we can see that's blue, from the list you gave us and the order that they're in like the holder, it said red, purple, blue.
Mm-hmm.
And if this room right here is room 3 and blue is the third one, that means it's probably going to go red, purple, blue. What?
Yellow one's green. Green.
Yeah, so all it really comes down to is
Let's check room 4. That way we can get a second color, since we're not sure what room 1 is.
Yeah, if room 4 is yellow, who wants to go into the mustard gas room?
yeah, really.
Ooh, me. I'm ever so smart.
Oh my god. You can heal, can't you? Oh wait, we all have 1 HP,
You don't
don't
have
we?
an HP, it doesn't matter.
Shouldn't you have died
Yeah.
from the chlorine gas?
Roll my con save.
Oh right.
For once. I rolled really well for once. It's great.
Man, I didn't think about
Really
that
good.
before I went in that room.
Anyway,
I could have died.
You didn't.
all right.
Yeah. Who wants to go into room 1?
Me. I'll do it.
All right.
Shoot up with the red stuff and see what happens.
Can we really?
Well, actually, no. Let's do room. Okay, I'm gonna just go do room 4 and find out.
You're without anything? You're
Oh,
just going
God.
to go check it out?
Wait,
Because
do you
we
want
need
the rope?
we need to find. Well, I'm assuming
No, it won't work through
I'm
the
not gonna
airlock.
suddenly.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, it won't work through the airlock.
I was gonna say,
What's the worst that can happen?
you die and we have to waste a sigil thing on you?
Yep. Well, we'll find out.
For information.
And just so you guys know, you do have, I've been keeping track, you do have 16 sigils left on the stone.
Oh, hey, when well, I wasn't around for this shit. So, well, never mind. I'm not gonna say it because my character wouldn't know. Anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Cool disco ball around here. That shiny thing.
I imagine that's if
We
it's
fill you in.
the room that we're in, someone's probably watching us with it somehow. That's my new suspicion.
Oh.
Anyway,
I just am half expecting to hear a deep evil voice. I want to play a game.
all right. So I'm going to. Are the test?
I'm already in 4, so let's see what happens.
Okay, let's resolve that. So
You
yellow,
went in 4. Okay, so 4.
or not yellow.
Yep. So
green.
4 you went into, it's actually like a garden almost, like it's mulchy, like there's a thick layer of loam on the ground, and then in the center of the chamber, and this chamber is tall, it is extremely tall, in the center of the chamber is a giant tree, and it's like some sort of is deciduous the right word? Are those the ones that are like evergreens? Or is
No,
that
they're-
carnivorous? Carnivorous?
Deciduous are the ones with the leaves fall off.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you're looking at coniferous.
Yeah, coniferous. It's a large coniferous, like conical. This almost looks like a cartoon Christmas tree, but super, super tall.
Like,
Okay.
So
So I'm assuming the floor is green.
yeah, we can't see it.
Yeah, it's dirt. The tree is green and brown.
As best as I could tell, it would be green. I would guess green. Okay. Can I see the room now since I'm standing in it?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. If we go into a room, you have to make it invisible, or we
Good
look
point.
at it and say,
Good point.
hey.
So it might not be the actual color, but it should be associated with it.
it's gray.
Yeah, it's green. So keeping with the blue, green, it means that should be red, purple, blue, green, yellow, onward, and so on.
I knock on the door. Fanor, you doing okay?
I
in
come
there?
out when I. Does it airlock me out? Does it?
Yeah, it's
Is it
still
for a lock?
it's still every room you guys have been into has the airlock system.
Okay. So I come out and says, "Well, it's dirt."
Poisonous?
So
Evil dirt.
do I look like I'm crying like a bitch?
No,
Like a bitch.
you don't look anything like Caliban did. I guess I'm gonna step in. How, like, are we talking hundreds of feet tall for this tree?
It's tall enough, and the way it's angled, it's actually very hard for you to estimate. The tree angles up in a way that it angles away from you when you're looking up at it, so it creates the illusion that it's infinitely tall.
Oh, well, I'm gonna start climbing.
Okay, give me a dex check.
Can I do athletics? Or
Uh,
acrobatics?
Yeah, either one works.
Okay. Oops.
All right, you get an okay foothold, and you're working your way up.
Okay, just tell me if you need more from me, I guess.
Will do.
Okay. I'm free climbing. I got 17, 16 more lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not careful, you'll be free falling.
So then, okay, so while Rex is climbing, Feanor has entered room 5.
5. Yep. let's
So
see,
let me
5.
reveal 5. 5 looks like this. And in 5, actually, give me a dex check.
Oh, good. I got a chance on that one.
Slip and fall. Take 1 point of damage.
Die.
And die.
15.
15. You narrowly dodge a bolt of lightning.
Oh.
The bolt of lightning.
Yes. And then,
And this floor is clearly white.
yeah, this floor is like mirrored, like it looks heavily polished
The
and metal.
chromatic potion. The chrome potion.
We need to find the Nikita rocket launcher because the president is on the other side of this.
Give me another dex check.
I need another dex check.
Yeah, if you're gonna stay in the room, you will.
No, as soon as the lightning bolt is like, out.
Okay.
In the airlock, getting out
So
fast
you-
as I can.
You saw that room, and then while you're doing that, Rex, you give me another acrobatics check. Oh, you're good. Okay, you're making more progress.
So, like, how many days do I look like I am away from the top of the tree?
Now that you're up into the branches, so the first time you're on the trunk, now you're into the branches, your vision of the top is occluded. You can't actually tell.
Okay. Well, then.
But the door
Now that
seems
I've
pretty
lost
far
all
away.
Perspective, I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah.
There's no going back now.
Yep.
We have a pattern. We have everything we need to be safe about this, and we still don't do it.
Look, we could save some of those drugs. For later, they might be helpful.
Like
No.
when we find out a room's got lightning in it.
Yeah.
Hetfield, are you checking out room 6?
The way
Step
you,
once more into the abyss. What
the
the
way
worst
you
can
say
happen?
that, Cameron. You look so happy.
Step into my lair.
Yeah. What was what? We have like what? We have one potion left.
No, we haven't used any of them.
Yeah, no one's used the safety equipment
That's
still.
why I'm like, are you guys serious? You gonna do this with no safety?
So, what was the order of the colors again? What was the last
So
one?
it's red,
The-
purple.
The last vial is black.
Yeah.
That could have been all these rooms.
I'll take. There's a black potion, right?
Yep.
I'll take the black potion.
So you load it into the gun,
Hang on.
and then you're going to inject it into
There are
yourself?
6 rooms and 8 colors.
Which is why I went into room 5 to see what happened.
You don't know what's redundant.
But you see, I'm not known for being smart.
So are you injecting yourself with the black vial?
Look at him and say, "Are you? Are you? Please tell me." Say, "Yeah. Well, what's the worst that can happen? I can die.
Okay. Go ahead.
You're injecting or going in the room?
I'm injecting."
Both.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna shoot the white stuff and go back in the room.
okay, wait.
We'll deal with
So we'll go one at a time. First, Hetfield injects himself with the black vial, and he drops dead at the door.
I go and tap the thingy, and he's not dead.
Yep. So you raise it back up, and
How's that feel?
Hetfield pops back up.
Apparently, I didn't use this correctly.
They're all one-time uses.
Yeah. That's one of the.
I get the white one loaded, and I pump the white one.
Now, sorry, real quickly. What Hetfield does notice on, I guess, rewind time just a quick second. Before you raise the stone up to bring Hetfield back, you'll notice on his... what you guys will notice on his corpse are 6 blisters that start forming on his exposed skin in different parts of his body. And they all have a tinge of a color to them. Red, purple, blue, green, yellow, and orange.
Great. So apparently, you're going to be able to get more samples out of me.
Maybe, yeah. So
That's cool.
we're gonna have you sit this one out, and then if we need to, we can.
Just keep him dead for now.
Hey, please, tell my wife I love her. Wait a minute, I'm not married. Never mind.
Use. All right. So the black one is definitely something weird.
So Hetfield is currently dead, but you're...
Okay.
Oh yeah, real quick. What you missed is that 6 colored blisters formed on Hetfield, which are the colors red, purple, blue, green, yellow, and orange.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I get the feeling those might be.
I modify what I'm going to say based on that information.
Yep. Yeah, I wanted to make sure you got that before you actually use the stone.
I will take I will inject the yellow and then go to room 5.
Okay, so you do take the yellow vial. So
Yes.
that you inject it, and what happens is your face, specifically your cheeks, they quickly callus and then blister and then kind of flake off. And what's left are these like red circles on your cheeks. And
He's got a great investigation check.
sparks start flying off your cheeks.
Yes.
Little sparks here and there.
Does he have a tail?
Okay.
You're a rat warlock.
Now
Okay.
you're going into the room.
I am going into room number 5.
Okay, so you step into room 5, and again, give me a dexterity save.
Dex save.
20. Okay, you're fine. You dodge another bolt of lightning. Give me another step forward, and another dex
Okay.
save.
Step forward.
So this time you get hit. You're hit by the lightning bolt, but you're fine.
Okay. So I'm not even going to worry about saving. I'm just going to go forward and see if I can get the sample.
Yep. So you go, and what you see is like a little like water basin, stone basin, and inside that basin is almost, it's like a big petri dish, and in it looks like a thin, transparent layer of membrane. So yeah, you can pick that up, and then you can head on out.
Done and done.
Rex, give me another dex check. Let me figure out what layer that guy is on.
Oh god.
Got that.
Oh, I
Sample
think
privacy.
the samples are in the background. I think I made that part of the map. So let me just give it a little X here. So we got that one.
Yeah.
And you have a little membrane in a petri dish.
Okay.
Rex,
I give it to her.
You can. She's still working at the machine. Rex, you keep climbing.
Okay.
And let me mark that here. Okay.
This is what I was meant to do.
Does this mod start fading off after a while, or?
No, you still got the sparks, and in fact, Zarina is a little hesitant to touch you, and she's like, "You understand, right? You're discharging, and I'm very wet." And she's like, "Could you just put it on the table, and I'll pick it up?"
Ha!
Phrasing, man, phrasing. He's discharging and she's wet.
Yeah, this is that kind of episode. When you get with the Simics, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's. Jeez. Okay. Moving on.
That's how a new creature is born.
Yeah.
All right. I
A warlock merfolk.
And a daddy.
When a warlock and a merfolk don't love each other, they just hug because he's sparking.
Yeah.
And a Pikachu.
I choose you, Pikachu.
all right.
Pika, pika, bitches.
I will inject both the red and the purple.
Everybody's shooting up out here.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean, I'm just going for a
give me
workout.
the order of that, Caliban.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Should I do one at a time?
You're doing them. Well, there's only 4 injection guns, right? So
Wait, there was a limited number of injection guns?
yeah, I mean, but they're reusable. The
One
guns
per
are
person.
reusable.
No, I thought you meant we were like they were one shot as well. I'm like,
No, I'm just saying if he wants to grab 2, he can. But so you're just like you're gonna do like. Can the camera see? Are you like ejecting yourself like this, or are you doing?
I'll do the red one first.
Okay, you catch on fire,
Ow.
but strangely enough, you're kind of okay.
All right.
It hurts, but it's
stop, rock, and
like
roll.
it feels like there's a constant scab on your body that's being picked. So it's not like killing you, but you are on fire.
Okay.
This is your
Well,
chance. Go to the
I'll
tree.
actually leave it at that then, if this is what it's going to produce, and I'm going to avoid all the wooden furniture and walk to the first door.
All right,
Room 4.
go ahead and step on through.
Okay.
So, in this room, what you've got is a bunch of molten hot magma and some
Liquid
rocks.
magma.
And then again, behind everything in a small basin, there is a little basin with a petri dish. And inside of this one, it actually looks like an intact organ of some sort. Weird.
Back to Organ.
Yeah, weird jelly thing.
All right.
And
I
it's
will
clearly-
take it to the room.
Yep. Yeah, you're fine.
I'm fine.
Yep.
All right then. I will walk my way down here and
Grab that orb.
So, since you're walking on lava, would you be walking on sunshine?
Oh, that's kind of a
lava.
stretch.
Yeah, that.
All right.
He might as well be walking on the sun.
Oh, there you go.
That's what it is.
There it is.
Hetfield, you should be ashamed.
That's the one.
There we go.
Yep.
All right. So, I will pick up said looking organ thing
Yep.
and make my way back
Grab your
up.
organ and go.
Yep. Make your way downtown, walking fast.
Yep.
Shooting up, stealing organs to sell on the black market.
You know, you
This
gotta make it
bird's
look
really come a long way.
This isn't your old man's D&D.
Yeah.
All right. right, I will go back up to. Are we collecting these things onto a table or something?
Yeah, you can set it down next to Zarina, and when you go there, the other petri dish isn't there. She's already installed it into the machine.
Okay, then I will set it down in a non-flammable area.
Yep.
I think I'm still on fire, right?
Yep. Rex, give me a dex check. Oh, close. Okay, you're good. Still.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to take the. I think I would take. Hetfield's still dead, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll shoot myself with orange and take a step inside.
All right.
We'll raise him from the dead later if we need a reload.
Sorry, just remind me. You took the vial 5.
Yep, I took yellow. Now I'm taking orange. I wasn't going to take blue. I have a feeling that would be bad. Something just tells me taking the water mod after taking the electrical mod would probably be very... Wow. Okay.
Hey, Nate. You should step into the chlorine gas room while you're on fire.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So you step into room 6, and you are... So sorry, I'm getting my order wrong. You inject yourself with the orange vial, and so you've got your little electric cheeks, but now everywhere but that cheek area, you get this like really tough leathery hide. Like this is leather beyond leather. This is like rhinoceros ass skin.
Do the thing.
Okay.
And you step in and you are buffeted by this sandstorm. Like even with the leather, the skin, the wind force is still making it difficult to walk, but you're not getting cut to shreds.
Okay, so...
Yep, you
Hey,
can
there's the sample.
grab
Sample,
that
bud
sample, get out, and this, again, it actually looks to be like the same skin that you have on your body in that sample, and you can give that to Zarina.
I'm partially concerned that we're making something ridiculously overpowered that we're going to have to fight eventually.
No.
He's gonna be our best
What?
friend.
Forever.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway. All right, so that's 1, 2, 3 down.
Yep.
Way to go.
Fëanor has had 2 injections, and Caliban is about to get his second injection, and Hetfield is still dead.
And I'm drug free.
Yeah. Give me another roll.
Hug, not drug.
Damn, dude.
Seriously.
I was supposed to be a trapeze artist, so I put a lot of points into acrobatics.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Sweet.
All right, he's still climbing.
Yeah,
Yes.
so the branch is like getting less like deep.
Yeah, you're the
I am making progress.
Yes.
From what I can tell.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure this isn't like an endless tree
no.
unless I've taken some drugs.
The branches, the diameter of the tree is small enough now that if you hold on and you lean out away from it, you can look up and kind of see again, and now you can kind of see where the top is.
Cool.
All right.
Like the old days.
Yep.
Back in Rakdos.
While he's climbing, I will go inject the purple. And see what that does.
Okay, so you inject the purple
I am
vial.
on fire still.
Yes, you are. But now you have a crystalline structure, almost like a crown, sprout from your forehead, angling back, and on the sides of your face.
All right, I raise an undead army.
Wall.
I don't think you're gonna like how this ends.
It's crystalline, but it's clearly
4-foot tall girls.
it's clearly a metal. This is not a stone. This is some sort of metal that's on your body.
So I'm on fire and I'm in the middle.
Yep.
This is awesome. Okay.
Wait.
Then I will take my awesome new
Oh.
self and walk into my favorite room.
Yep. As soon as the airlock door opens on the other side into the interior of the room, there is a giant explosion, and the force pastes you against the blast doors on the outside of the room. You are dead.
All right, cool. That's what I thought.
Could we all feel that?
You feel a rumble, and the Krasis lets out kind of a shriek and is clearly agitated from what you can hear
Whoa.
inside that chamber, Feanor.
Wait, the one up there just
Okay.
moved?
So
Yeah.
What we've learned today is that certain combinations will not go well.
Well, you've learned that. No one else might be fully aware of what happened.
Yeah.
Because, again, Hetfield's dead.
All right. So
Feanor's-
we're down 2 sigils.
Well,
They're
about
they
that, I'm
actually-
going to tap Hetfield and bring him back.
You are?
Wouldn't
Yeah, I will
Hetfield
bring
know?
him back.
Hetfield would know he's dead. They're together now.
I'm not willing to comment on the way the afterlife works in Ravnica. I remember part of the lore being like half the city is right a ghost city now because of what Argus Coast did, but that part wasn't in like the manual, so I'm not gonna play that part of it.
You're not going to let me roll a ghost character?
No.
This would be a lot easier.
Yeah, yeah. So Feanor, you tap Hetfield. So Hetfield's body disappears, and Hetfield comes back just as he was before he died.
Oh. Okay.
That was wonderful.
Well.
Oh, we just lost our extra.
Yeah.
Huh. Well,
Yep.
do we roll the d20 into the room to resurrect Nate, and then he runs out of there?
No.
Probably ignited all the gas that was in there.
Yeah, you'll come back the way you were before without the roids.
Rex, actually give me another check just to hold on because of the explosion.
There you go.
You're good. And now give me one more check to finish your climb. Okay. You get to the top of the tree. You're clearly at the top.
Cool. What do I see?
Nothing. It's just the top of the tree.
That's cool. Well, I just hang out here. They'll come get me eventually. Hey, guys. Do I see anything, like, above me?
No, it's just, I'm in the ceiling. Which is kind of, might impress you that there is a ceiling, because there's no way for light to get in here. Besides
this
the
is
ambient light that's there, but the tree's still grown.
Cool. Did we ever see an organ in this room? Did anybody ever see one?
No one walked around the tree. They just
that's
kind of
awesome.
looked at it and then...
I bet it's under the tree, and I've been going up the tree, which is sweet. Well, I start descending.
Yep.
Because, oh wait, I peel off a branch while I'm up here.
Okay.
Cool. I
And-
take that with me.
And descending for you is easier than ascending. You're not going to have to worry about making checks.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Make him do one check and see what happens.
Okay,
Roll a one.
we'll do one check. One check for the whole descent.
There we go.
I just want to see what happens.
Yeah, it's fine.
I got another 18.
Yep.
Shit. That was going to be fun.
I was considering just putting the branch on my back and just jumping and being like, they'll get me. They'll peel me off the floor.
Just like arms out, just fall.
Yeah. Swan dive.
It's faster. It's faster.
I always wanted to do this when I was a trapeze artist.
Yeah, so reckless
But
with
you
death.
only get to do this once.
Well, we'll have 14 left once we figure out. So, okay, so we're all back here. Okay,
No,
so
we're
we're
not.
back.
I am pasted to the wall.
Okay, so
Yeah, so we can say while you guys are kind of regrouping, Hetfield's back. Rex, you see...
Yeah, I want to look around this tree.
Yep, you look around and you see behind the tree is a little dais, and on that dais it looks like a miniature spider, basically, but it's skeletal, which is weird because spiders don't have bones. But it's there, and it's in a little like mini chamber, and it's on the dais.
So I can't, like, it's sealed away, so I can't touch it.
Well, you can touch the chamber. Like,
Yeah.
it's a little like box that it's in.
Is the chamber attached to the floor?
No.
So I could pick up the whole chamber with the spider in it and take it out.
Yep.
Okay. I attach a rope to it,
Yep.
and I get as close to the door as I can.
Yep.
And I then take the rope and I tie it around the top of the chamber so it can't come open.
Okay.
So I'm just encircling this thing in 44 feet of rope,
Yep.
and enough that I can drag it,
Yep.
and I am pulling it out of the room.
Okay. It comes with you. No problem.
Sweet. Okay, I bring it out of the room with me, and I'm like, hey guys, look. I didn't even have to do drugs to get this one.
Great.
So now you all
I look
have
hideous.
4 of the 6.
So I go over to her.
So let's
and
find out.
Oh, sorry.
Let's
go
find
on.
out what happened to Caliban. So Caliban didn't come back, and we heard an explosion. Let's touch a sigil and see what happens.
Yes, Zarina says, Caliban did bring me back 1 biomod, and he raised the stone, and Caliban hops up. Caliban, nope, that's a 2. Caliban appears right next to, who had the stone? I guess Fanor did to raise Hetfield.
Yeah, I picked it up. I picked it up to do to get Hetfield and then him.
So Caliban appears next to you, Fanor. And Caliban, you are again, as you were even before the body modifications, you're your old self now.
Okay.
And now you guys have 14 uses left.
Okay. First thing I'm going to say is, guys, not every combination works as well as it should.
Yeah.
Like, don't take fire into a flammable gas chamber. That's a dumb idea.
Okay, so we're not getting that one.
I hand Zarina?
Yes.
I hand her the branch from the top of the tree, and I say, here is the oaken armor for the beast.
And she's like,
Attach it to his head.
that's not a compatible format.
Can you just do it anyways? Like, even if you just tape it on?
She's like,
Look, I went a long way for this.
she's like, yeah, can you be a little nicer to me?
Only if you put this on there.
Done deal. And she like stops what she's doing, and she takes the branch and she goes to the top of the incubation tube, and she starts fiddling with the top to get inside to put this branch on the meat's head.
Hey, Zarina, so what would happen if we injected the Krasis with one of these drugs? Like, could we have a fire Krasis if we took the fire drug and gave it to him? Or like a Pikachu Krasis if we... Or, sorry, lightning element Krasis.
She's like, what's a Pikachu?
Let's...
And she's like, yeah, actually, we've done that with Krasis before, but so this part I do know. It was part of one of my theses as I've been working over the summer. It only works while the Krasis is alive. The component modifications that you've been retrieving, those can be grown onto the Krasis before it's activated, but then the syringes can be used on a Krasis after it's activated.
I like it. I like it. This thing's sweet. How much does one of these normally cost?
And she's like, again, you got to talk to whoever is in sales and fleet services. That's just not something I've done.
Okay, well, maybe one day I'll pick up one of these bad boys.
She's like, yeah, they are pretty sweet.
All right. So
by my calculation, you guys have 2 vials left.
Yep.
A blue one and a white one.
Yep. So
I grab the blue one and jab it in Hetfield's ass. Go get the water one.
So, Hetfield, you grow webbing between your fingers and toes, and you've got gills now. You've also got a layer of thin mucus all over your skin that you it'll keep coming on. You can try and wipe it away, but it'll just keep getting there. and you feel, even though you're so wet, in the environment you're in now, you feel kind of dry, like your skin's drying out.
Okay, guys, I'll go into the water.
That's dedication.
And when you come out, give me a big hug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So say you were never going to that room. All right.
Are your electrical shocks playing Sandstorm?
Yeah.
Just Darude
Yeah.
everywhere.
All of a sudden.
So you go into the chamber. Once you're in the chamber, you like feel more comfortable. You're more relaxed, and you see this big well, like a large circular well that just goes down. It's filled with water, and it goes down into darkness.
And I guess I'll hop in and go for a swim.
Yeah. So you dive and you dive and you dive and you dive, and like it's clearly a long amount of time, but nothing exciting happens. You just go in, and since you can breathe in the water, you're totally fine. And you go to the very bottom, and you see a bioluminescent clam, like an oyster, almost a giant clam. And in that clam, you see, you see a little, again, a little dais platform, and on top of that platform sits almost like a little bubble of thicker water than the water around it, so you can tell the difference between the two. And inside that bubble is what you see, a set of like interwoven, it almost looks like a cell-loose lattice structure.
Okay. Well, I will collect it
All right.
and bring it up.
Perfect.
So if I'm clean from before, I'm curious about what the white one does. Because it seems like there was one for each. The black one was backups in case we fucked up. And if I'm
That's gone.
the white one might be a freebie.
Oh, hey, Zabrina, your language is weird. Anyways, do you was the black one to put the crisis down in case things went bad?
And she's like, no, I actually remember that part of the presentation. The manager said the black one would be used at the discretion of management in case of emergencies.
Yeah.
So it would be.
What about,
they said it would be issued out to one of us, one of the workers, the black one, in case of an emergency.
So we can only take 2 injections each. I assume the crisis could take more than. Huge? Or will he die after 3 injections?
She says, so it depends on the crisis and the modifications, but this structure and with these mods, I don't think we'd be limited by what it can take. We'd be limited by the amount of vials we have on hand.
Do I think she's telling the truth?
Give me an insight check.
She just like slow rolling me so that I don't kill her crisis.
The white one's going to be something different. It's got to be.
Yeah, so you feel very strongly like this is her area of expertise. This is what she's been studying, and she's being forthright.
Okay.
You know what the white one does.
And she said the manager said that one would be issued to one of them in the case of an emergency.
Oh, well, that probably invincibility at that point.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think of the freebie. So,
If we really messed up, it's a wild card.
yep. I'm going to run over and take it.
Okay, Caliban, you take the white syringe, you inject yourself, all the syringes are gone, you feel really good.
Are you a junkie now? Like,
You feel fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Everything's okay. You don't so much care about the world around you. You're feeling terrific.
Is this the oxygen on a plane? Just like keeps everybody calm while the plane's going down? Is that what this for?
It's not to make them invincible. It's for them to not give a shit that the world is crashing down around them. That's all it is.
Or maybe they think it makes them invincible, and then...
Yeah, it's to make the pain, to kill the pain, and once they're about to get murdered.
I will say that you also gain 50 temporary hit points.
Fuck yeah, I do.
You are the tank.
I am at 51 hit points right now. All right. So let's test it out.
You have 50 hit points and 1 temporary hit point.
Yeah. Let's do the last one. I look over at Feanor. I'm like, guy. Anyway.
Nope. I've already got my 2. Hetfield has not gotten 2.
Anyway,
There's
all
a
right.
green
I'm
one
gonna
left.
do the shot.
Yep.
All right, so I'm gonna step in.
Yep. Make a Constitution check.
Okay.
Does he feel fine while he's crying?
Yeah, he feels. I mean, you're the mess you were before, but you're kind of okay with it all.
8. Find out.
Okay, so you.
You explode like a blood sausage.
Oh my god.
Oh, I had it
Did you
open.
take your torch with you?
No.
Can you even see in there?
Yeah.
Oh my god. This is fantastic.
You roll a D8.
A D8.
Yep.
Hundo. Okay.
We'll watch him roll max.
Mm-hmm.
3.
You take 3 damage.
Okay. Can I?
You
start
feel
jogging.
fine enough to move forward. Yeah.
Just
Yeah. Okay.
Run.
Every step you take, you'll have to take a Constitution check.
Really?
Yep.
step. Roll.
Okay. So I'm gonna burn through my HP then. So let's see. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Let's
Wait.
do those 8 checks.
Can he hold his breath or something?
He can, but holding your breath doesn't help you against the inhaled gas. It'll affect your nasal membranes, your tear ducts. There's other ways for it to get into your body.
Yeah.
You should have plugged every orifice before you went in there.
No.
Yeah, just suffocated for the 50 HP instead of taking the damage from poison.
Yeah. All right. So first roll, 19.
You're fine.
Okay. That's
2. Or 1 out of 8. Yep.
1 out of 8. 8.
That's another one.
All right. So keep track of that. I'll keep track of my total.
Yep.
You keep track of the ones that I fail.
Yep.
All right. 13.
You are hurt again. That's 2.
All right.
Oh god.
12.
Yep.
22.
You're fine.
18.
You're fine.
7.
You're hurt. I think. How many is that?
That's 7.
Okay, one more.
One more. 13.
You're hurt. So that is 7d8s.
78.
Throw the organ back towards the door.
Yeah,
First,
wait.
let's see if you made it to the organ.
Wait, first I made it to it?
Yeah, because you're taking. I mean, if the damage kills
Right,
you
yeah,
before you
yeah,
make all
yeah.
those steps.
35 damage.
Okay, so you're good. How much health do you have left now?
I had 51, minus 35.
Minus 35, minus 3, so it's 38 because you took that 3 earlier.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You're playing D&D like a magic character, like a magic card player. The last life matters.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you're there. You grab.
Ravnica.
I'm at 13 hit points, guys.
Yep.
Life is a resource.
You grab.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you
You're
grab.
the only one that has hit points.
Yeah, but I'm about to burn through them all real quick, so, you know. All right. I got
Throw it.
You grab what looks like a big scorpion stinger,
Cool.
Throw it.
and then start making your way back.
All right. Can I...
Hail Mary.
How a quick assessment, how durable is this thing?
I mean, it's like a big scorpion stinger. It looks as durable as an arm.
All right, I'm not going to throw it, but can I, like, slide it across the floor toward the door?
Sure. Give me a strength check for that.
Give you a strength check for that?
Yep.
Okay. Hang on. Let me check and see what my strength is. Okay, nothing too spectacular.
17. So 17
I'm just
divided
trying to
by.
like slide it, roll it to the door.
Yep. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 45 feet. Let's say it gets halfway there.
Okay, so right about there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I will make my way towards it.
Yeah, give me 4 constitution checks.
Okay.
Okay, so those are dead.
First one is 3.
Yep.
Second one is 13.
Yep.
17.
Okay.
13.
You take 3d8.
All right.
Oh, God. Don't you die on me.
How much health
done.
how much health did you say you had left?
I
Oh,
have
hey.
You did 10 damage to me.
Okay, you're still alive. Make another strength check.
All right. Hang on. I got a bunch of crap here. 7.
You get it another 2 squares. So now it's here.
Okay. I will run it again. And
2 more checks.
2 more checks. 10,
Okay.
9.
Okay. Take 2 more d8.
Double
Yep.
ones. Double ones.
Unless I roll double ones.
Snake eyes.
All right. D8s. 3.
Oh,
And
no.
you're dead.
Yeah, you're dead.
That gets me.
Yep.
Oh.
So you're dead.
I'm dead.
And the stone is here.
Okay.
Gonna turn to Feanor.
Were-
He's
Were
taking
you
a long
holding
time
on
here.
it?
What?
Were you, wait a minute. You were holding the stone, I hope? Holding the stinger thing, I
Find
hope?
my body. I made
Okay.
it through my stone.
Oh. That's a good point. Maybe
What?
he'll come back with the stone when we resurrect him, if he was touching it.
Maybe.
You come back with all your gear.
You come back.
I don't know.
What you may have noticed when you come back is you always come back in the form you were in when the stone was originally raised and dropped your HP down to 1 health.
So I come back with a planeswalker every single time?
No, that part doesn't happen.
She's on my equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we give it good amount of time figuring he's fine. Stone him.
Stone him.
All right. So now you've got 13 uses left, and Caliban appears next to Feanor.
All right. Do I have the thing?
You do not. And actually, we'll call this one here because we're almost at 2 hours.
All right.
So
And
You-
it's over.
yeah, you guys have 5 of the 6 biomodifications. Next time we'll see if you go after the last biomodification, what you want to do with the crisis, and how you
I
get
don't
out
think
of
it's
this
worth it.
sticky situation.
I don't really think it's worth it at this point.
Yep.
That extra horsepower
Yeah.
would
We
really
will,
make this crisis purr.
One question I ask her is, can we do it with just 5 instead of 6?
And she's like, yeah, I mean, it won't be as cool, but I guess.
See, I agree with her.
Let's go with not as cool.
Yeah.
No.
She's like, okay. So Zarina's like, okay, then you guys,
We want this thing to have a weakness, right?
we still
No.
need a sample to start the machinery
I will
and
give
use
a
the
sample.
composite matrix.
I wouldn't trust your sample with shit.
She's
I will
like,
give a sample.
she's like, okay, and she's like, she points to this chamber and she says,
Wait,
You-
I put my hand on the glass to feel its heartbeat.
there's no heartbeat.
Oh, we didn't connect. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
So she says you can stand. She comes to this side. She's like, she points to this side of the machinery, and she's like, the sample needs to go in there. So if you want to, nick yourself or whatever, and then put the sample on this little slide and then slide it in there, that's perfectly fine. and she
Okay.
steps away.
So I spit in it.
Does that work? Yeah, do you like get your cheek a lot?
Oh, that's not how this works? Okay, well, I just,
I don't think. I mean, right. Well, out of the game, does spit have DNA
Not a lot, and it's usually that's why they do
fragmented? Yeah, they swab the cheek.
cells.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna need some privacy then.
It's like,
Okay, so while Rex takes that,
Magazine?
So 30 seconds later, after splooging.
yeah. So the machine,
This fine piece of machinery in front of me.
yeah, the machine's,
new, Asian
Watching.
yeah.
Watching.
So with the sample in the machine, Zarina comes and she hits the big red button and it starts running.
There was
And
a big red button this whole time?
yeah,
God damn it.
there was. It was very prominent.
I wanted to hit it.
It's very exciting. She feels pretty happy that she got to hit the button.
Did it say that was easy as soon as she clicked?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
But the machine starts sputtering and the pumps are going and things are whirring and the chamber fogs over. So now you can't see the beast within. And as it reaches its crescendo, its peak of motion and noise, we're going to end our episode there. And we'll catch everyone on the next one, which will come out sooner because we're playing them almost back to back in a week.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 in a week is beyond back-to-back for us at this point.
Yeah, yeah.
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 My beautiful experiment, Craig.
Yeah.
He's coming.
So on that note, we'll call this an episode. I guess I don't have anyone's specific point of view I wanted to ask about events. Does anyone have any thoughts they wanted to share outside the game or outside character?
We're a bunch of bumbling idiots.
Oh yeah, you really like. I was. So I thought I might catch someone with the color coordination part. How like so each chamber is matched to a vial, and the vials work and chambers work in pairs. So there's an opposite chamber, like you found out with the fire and the miasma for each one. I thought I might catch someone in one of those or another, but no, you guys just really insisted on going in there without any safety gear. After I mentioned it, I think 3 times. That was impressive. That made me laugh.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to tell you, like, wait, no, guys.
What were we supposed to do in the tree room?
So I'll keep a secret about how the vial worked there because you actually never used it. That vial you still have.
I intend to juice our Krasis up since we couldn't get that last part.
Yep.
You turn into your daily drawing of Bulbasaur.
Yeah. Which I still got to do tonight, by the way. Ugh.
Yeah, get on that, kid.
Yep.
Can
It's
you draw-
10:30.
Can you draw our experiment?
He's right here.
Yeah. No, you should draw for your Bulbasaur. You should draw him trying to figure out which vial to take.
He's
I
growing.
want him with racing stripes on.
He's growing.
Oh God!
My boy, Skippy.
Yeah. But all right, thanks guys for playing with me, and we'll catch everyone on the next one. And the next episode will be on the Red Shirt Geeks channel, so check that one out.
Woo! Yeah.
Thanks everyone.
All right, bye.